contact your customers, or what is going to be the revenue model. In a lot of these online startups these days, people would start an idea which would become a hit, but at early stage you might not have an idea about what's going to be the revenue model, where's the money going to come from. So those kind of things get answered, and then your idea has evolved into a concept. So that is where the angel funding comes in, where the people who's looking at the concept are able to get answers to some of their questions, although it may not be a functioning business even at this stage while you go for angel funding. So angel funding again more or less works on an informal level. It will be through your close references. These days, last few years, what you've seen is a few angel networks evolving. So there's the Indus Entrepreneurs or the India Angel Network. So these are really groups of individuals, high net worth individuals who've got together, pooled their funds. So they discuss ideas and potential ventures coming up, and then they make a collective decision and invest their money. But here again, the difference between the other more advanced forms of funding and this is that whoever are the people who are managing the angel investors, they are actually putting in their own money. So it's not really a professional venture where I have been appointed as an angel investor and I go asking for money for people and I'm investing. That gets to the next stage, which is venture funding. So because they have a fund pool and because there are multiple people working together, they could have at least the appetite to invest slightly higher amounts, running into a few crores, but typically the size would still remain below 10, 12, 15 crores. That's about. Then we get to venture capital, which is when it gets to the professional financing stage. So as I mentioned, somebody would appoint, let's say I have started a venture firm, and I would start going to high net worth individuals. I would approach possibly companies who have surplus funds at hand. I would approach pension funds or mutual funds who want to invest in startups and want to put some money. And then I build a corpus like this, and I'm a professional fund manager for everyone who's contributed. And then it functions in a much more formal way. There would be an investment committee, there would be much more documentation, and excuse me. So it will be a little more professional and well documented, but the advantage which everyone gets is that the investment size here gets really substantial, and because it works in a professional way, what it means is that the ventures who are looking for funding need to be much better prepared. So typically a venture capitalist would expect the venture to have at least established that there is a potential for this idea. It should have run a course.